streaming to the... It's having a little bit of connection, but it should be streaming to...
Yeah, I think we can just...
Oh. I didn't know it did that.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha.
There we go. Yep.
That's a mistake. So now we're live.
Leading off for the Chargers, number 2, the shortstop, Nick Alderfer.
We missed a you missed the top of the first inning. I did not realize that when you preset the stream for a certain time, you have to actually click the go live button to start it, because usually you don't have to. Regardless, Cox Mill allowed a walk, had an error at first base, and allowed the runner to reach all the way to third, but prevented the run, so we're still tied at 0 going into the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for Cox Mill is Nick Alderfer, the shortstop.
We're going to have to call an
He's
audible,
a senior.
and
He'll
you're just going to
take
have to sing.
strike one.
I may actually move over there.
Yeah, that ball just caught the bottom outside part of the zone. A nice first pitch here from Anderson.
That one's going to go out. That looked like it had a little break to it, but
I didn't see it.
we've already started to learn things about this umpire. He stands on the left side of the catcher. He gives outside, does not give inside, and he'll give that outside pitch as well. So it's 1-2 for Nick Alderfer. Batting .538 on the season, .571 OBP. He'll take one there, keeps this at bat alive.
2-2 count here for Alderfer. And pitcher will deliver. And this ball is going to be popped up. Second baseman standing under this one. He'll let it go to the right fielder, and that's going to be out number 1 for the Chargers.
So Alderfer.
Batting second, number 5, the left fielder, Cale Ayler.
Next up is Cale Ayler. He pitched yesterday against A.L. Brown. They won that game 15-2.
No. Yeah. So you know how to plug it in?
The left-handed batter, the left-handed pitcher. He'll start off this AB with a high hit to shallow left field. Got it in his eyes, and he drops it. But he was not on a full horse, so he'll return to first base.
Batting third, number 17, the third baseman, Tyler Zadalis.
Will only definitely be called as an error.
Yeah, and I'm not sure who that is playing out in left. We have 2 right fielders on our roster listed for JM, and we cannot see his number come out here, however. Hopefully for JM, it was not a costly mistake. And Tyler Zadalis steps in, and he is going to foul this one back over the netting and over the home side dugout. And that'll move the count to 0-1.
Did you change the settings in the box at all?
No, it's probably
Doesn't do anything.
Zadalis is a sophomore, and he has committed already to go play at the University of South Carolina. So a very talented kid indeed as he steps in on the 0-1 count.
It's not often you see a sophomore hitting in the 3-hole. As he'll hit that one down the left field line, just out of reach of the third baseman. Ayler will round second. He's coming to third. Zadalis to second. And they'll stop there. And the ball rolls all the way to home plate, where the catcher will scoop it up. And that is a great
Batting fourth,
one-out
number
number
9, the first baseman, Jack McGowan.
Now the first baseman, Jack McGowan, steps up to the plate. Runners in scoring position as Cox Mill looks to strike first here with only 1 out on the board.
Second and third, a very advantageous position. And time will be called.
McGowan is a junior this year here at Cox Mill High School.
No,
So he's got another year after this one.
not yet.
And you get the sense that Anderson on the mound isn't extremely comfortable in this position. Two step off to take some time, and that's going to be a nice fastball swung on and missed. 0-1 count.
Looks like Jack might have been just trying to do a little too much there on the very first pitch. Looked like a huge swing. Would have been good for an early strike. And that's a
There we
great
go.
strike there to deep left field. Will
Beat him,
the field be able to track it down? He
That's a
will.
nice catch.
A great catch, but that's an easy tag for Cale Ayler, and that'll be the first score of the ball game.
An RBI sacrifice fly.
Batting fifth,
for
number
McGowan.
20, the right fielder,
And the
Kyle
Chargers lead
Castle.
1-0. The right fielder, Kyle Castle, will now step up to the plate as he looks to extend this Charger lead.
Base knock scores another one here, and he'll look to do just that, as that'll be hit over the center fielder's head. Looks like Zadalis will score from second, and that is a stand-up double.
Yeah, that's just a great piece
Batting
of hitting
sixth,
there by
number
Castle.
4, the second
Sat
baseman,
on that high pitch,
Connor
just waited, put
Welker.
it right in the gap over the center fielder's head. Perfect placement as Cox Mill now leads 2-0.
Now batting for Connor Welker, second baseman. He's currently actually leading the team in batting average, hitting .600 in their first 3 games.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. As he's going to go talk to the third base coach, the catcher is going to say a few words to his pitcher to try to clean this one up here.
As Welker went down to meet with the third base coach before that at bat wall, the catcher was out at the mound. Anderson readies and the kick. A strike on the bottom side of the zone as Welker moves to 0-1 in the count.
That was just a good opening pitch to try to get Welker behind, and he will be just a step out of pace with the pitcher. He'll make contact with that one, but that moves him to a quick 0-2. So, Welker looking to take advantage of a runner in scoring position in the first inning to advance a lead. Looking in, the pitch, high, 1-2. On deck, Jack Brandel, number 19. He gets the opportunity, I'm sure he'd love to hit one far. Welker takes another. Outside, does not give that one. Saw the catcher where he was sitting, which was on the outside half of the plate, so he's not as generous with that one. Fighting it back from 0-2 to 2-2. Kyle Castle still leading off second base. Looking at his runner, looking into the plate. Welker's going to make contact with that one. He'll stay alive. 2-2 still on the foul ball to the left-hand side. Welker looking again. He'll foul another back. Doing a good job of wasting some pitches and staying at the plate.
Beautiful Thursday night here in Concord. Weather is just around 70 degrees. Expected to drop just a little bit throughout the night as we go down, but could not ask for better weather. Not a cloud in the sky.
Absolutely, for some opening day baseball, this is exactly what we want to see. And Welker is going to extend this. Another pitch. He'll take a high ball 3. Full count here. Dugout cheering him on, trying to waste as much of the pitcher's arm as possible early in this one. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2, 2 outs. Inside, and Welker will jog to first. This is a good piece of hitting there.
That was a great at-bat. I mean, he was down 0-2, 1-2 in the hole and was just able to work off the corners, and just a great eye and a great at-bat to put another man on for Cox Mill.
Yeah, for sure. Now up to bat, Jack Brandel. He's designated hitting. Takes a strike there on the outside corner. Good placement on that first pitch. Now runners on first and second base. Takes another one. 0-2. Two called outside, or two called fastballs on the outside half of the plate. A very good start to the at-bat for the pitcher, Blake Anderson.
Ooh.
To make contact with that one, send it towards the bus line.
Nope. Right over.
That'll bounce just off the fence. Hopefully, one of the Harris Road players will go get that maybe at some point.
Oh, parents going over there now.
Yeah, we'll get somebody to grab that one. So Brandel stays alive, still 0-2 though.
So how do we get the odds to this?
Outside pitch.
That time.
Just plug it in. Okay. So we may have to do that.
So Brandel in a similar RBI chance with 2 outs. As we saw Jay M last in the top of the inning, and
Oh.
hit that one down the first base line, but it'll stay foul.
Yeah.
Will remain 1-2.
Yeah, 2 outs.
2 outs with a 1-2 count. Randall steps in, away with pitch.
Oh.
Swings through it, and that'll be the inning. A solid strikeout there from Blake Anderson.
After 1, the Chargers lead it 2-0.
2 runs, I believe, on 2 hits, and I think 1 error. Chargers lead at 2-0, took advantage of the left fielder's mistake in dropping that fly ball with a solid double by Tyler Sedalis, followed immediately by Jack McGowan's pop fly to score 1.
Kyle Castle came up with another double on his first pitch in that last inning as well. So they will both pick up RBI.
Yeah, so a solid effort from them there.
Since we're underway, we'll do some quick introductions. My name is David, accompanied by AJ and Natalie tonight. How are you guys doing?
Feeling really good about this one. Been looking forward to this game all week. Very happy to get some baseball back in action.
Agreed.
Welcome to the mic, Natalie.
Yep.
Natalie's joining us for the first time on the mic tonight.
Familiar with Game Changer? If you pull the game up, it'll show you who's playing everywhere, keep track of things.
Here has a lot of eyes on him. You see just below, there's a couple people standing right behind home plate on the net. There's about 10 people down here. Those are all scouts who have come out to watch these players tonight. And I know some of them are definitely out here to see Marty pitch. I've seen a couple with radar guns up, taking notes and seeing how...
Leading off for the Bulldogs, number 20, the first baseman, Max Airstack. Start.
And the first baseman, Max Airstark,
Airstark, I believe, is what the PA announcer just said, so we'll go with Airstark. But back on the Marty Gare thing, he is committed to go to UNC Wilmington to play baseball, but... Sorry, we'll wait for the pitch.
Marty deals, and that is going to be, I believe, a first pitch strike.
But when it comes to baseball, with a lot of other sports, it's college or bust. But with baseball, you have a chance to get drafted straight out of high school.
Gare back with another, and that one's just going to miss just on the outside corner. And that'll move the count to 1-1. Yeah, I mean, you're right. There's a lot of opportunity for young guys just to get drafted and work their way up through the minors, as this pitch is going to miss outside once again, and the count will move to 2-1 for Airstark.
Yeah, and it's the Major League Baseball is so much different than other professional sports leagues. The NBA 2 rounds in the draft, the NFL 7, but in the MLB there's like what 45 rounds in the draft every
There's
year.
something crazy like that, as this ball is going to be fouled off, and that'll even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, and a lot of those late round picks end up being some crazy high school talent that teams just want to give a shot. So anything's possible in baseball. It's a very unique sport in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, indeed it is, and with there being pretty much 4 levels of major league minors between low A and 3A, I mean, there's a lot of room there for a lot of guys to develop.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the count sits at 2-2. Takes a high one there, 3-2 now.
As Marty now works that one to full. It's a good job of our start kind of holding off on that pitch. We saw 2 strikeouts earlier on that high pitch thrown by Gare that just got to Jay M Robinson players. So a nice job to hold off on that and to load the count. Gare looks into the dish and he delivers. A swing and a ground ball down the third base line, just foul. And so the count will stay at full.
Yeah, just a really solid effort here from Stark. He is a little behind on the fastball, as you saw. He just was able to poke it down the third base line, but he's making contact. And he's keeping this AB alive. We're full count still.
And don't blame him.
Yeah.
Your phone going off, Natalie?
Yeah.
And the full count pitch.
No.
Strike 3 called looking, and that's going to be the 4th consecutive strikeout for Morty.
Now
Gare.
batting, number 8, the right fielder, Eli Rowden.
Yeah, he's already had a great start to this one. Had a little bit of a trouble with the Aaron pickoff, as we saw last inning, but still a donut on the scoreboard in the second.
Eli Rowden, the right fielder, stepping up in the 6th spot as he's going to look at a Marty Gare pitch low and just outside the zone, 1-0 count. And so since we have 2 right fielders on the roster, I do believe that Josh Jean is going to be the left fielder in this one here tonight as Marty delivers another ball and we'll move to 2-0. Rowden ready at the plate as Marty delivers. And that's going to be a strike pretty much right down the middle as Marty gets a strike on the board.
Yeah, very solid pitch there. Trying to keep the count in his favor. He's 1 behind now, but I'm sure this is the pitch where he's looking to get back, but it'll stay out.
And that'll move the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out so far in the inning. Marty has rallied 4 strikeouts, and that has accounted for every single out. Infield shaded pretty evenly across the diamond as Gare delivers, and that pitch is going to be a high. So a 5-pitch walk delivered here, and
Now batting the
these
catcher,
guys
number
don't
1,
swing.
Justice
It's
Abraham.
fairly evident that Marty has not been able to connect in the strike zone so far tonight.
Yeah, he's just not really feeling it, I don't think. He's throwing the ball hard, and he's getting him behind, but he just doesn't have the command that he'd want right here, at least not yet in this game.
Number 1, Justice Abraham, the catcher, will now step up to the plate to face Gare. Runner being held on at first base as Marty out of the stretch. This ball is going to be low and outside. It's going to get behind the catcher all the way to the backstop, and so that's going to be an easy advance for Rowden as the Bulldogs now have a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and the catcher's going to go out there, and so will the pitching coach, to talk to Marty about what's going on.
Michael Maroney, the catcher, trying to calm his guy down and get things settled down. Marty opening this game, the first game back at Cox Mill High School, and when you've got 10 MLB scouts standing right behind home plate, I don't see how you can't be a little bit nervous.
No, I would definitely be on edge. Now, I've never before seen the Scouts Pavilion here behind home plate.
I haven't either.
I think it was arranged for this game here.
No.
First home game. Gotta have a good appearance.
I
No
gotta
kidding.
wonder, how do they tell them who's pitching today? Because obviously you're not gonna trek your way all the way out here to Concord, North Carolina to see a high school game and the wrong guy is pitching. So I'm sure Coach has some people that he's telling
Oh, yeah.
how to spread the word.
Got his connections.
I'm sure Marty's also kind of communicating that in some way, shape, or form as well. As this ball is going to be fouled down the first baseline.
So no 1 count. Or no, a 1-1 count for the new batter after the wild pitch that we started off with.
Cox Mill leads 2-0. 1 runner in scoring position, standing on second. As Marty delivers the 1-1. A swing and a miss, a big cut by Abraham as
It was a really good pitch. That was high and away, right on the top corner of the plate. You can't resist that swing. Here's the 1-2.
swing and a safety pitch there is that ball comes off the handle. It's going to be fouled off the back netting as Abraham does a good job just to stay alive. It's just kind of one of those jam shot pitches where he just kind of ran him up on the inside. Nothing he could really do except just try to foul that one back. Let's try the 1-2 again. Marty looks back to second base before he delivers home. And just low, deems the umpire. It'll even the count at 2.
That's a good look from Abraham. You don't want to give him anything, especially when you're fighting with somebody so intensely over a count. You don't want to be over aggressive. So it's a 2-2 count. He'll foul that one back.
Yeah, I like what I've seen so far from Abraham. I have not seen one pitch yet tonight from any Bulldog where they have been really in front of one of these Marty Garrett pitches, whether it's been a foul ball or no balls in play yet. The 2-2 count. Marty delivers, and that is going to be a called strike 3 right off the outside part of the plate.
Now batting
And
number
that will bring
6,
up
the
2
second
outs in the
baseman,
inning.
Sean Wedvik.
Yeah, and I was going to say right before you said that about nobody being ahead of it, when I was at the West Cabarrus game, that's a team with no seniors on. It's a really, really young ball club. And a lot of them were all the way out in front. They were just trying to flick the bat at the pitch and hope something would happen, but nothing really did. They only scored a couple runs. Time is going to be called.
Sean Wedvik batting in the 8th spot. He is the second baseman for the Bulldogs, as he will stand in awaiting his first pitch. And Marty, not a bad pitch, but
That's got to be scored as a pass ball. That's not a. That was just. You tried too hard for the frame job and missed the ball in the process.
and Michael Maroney just missed on the outside of the glove there. That one wasn't a ball by too much, however. Just trying to bring it back too far inside too quickly, and that ball is going to pass and advance the runner to third base. Marty's been in the situation one time tonight before. Had a man on third. And this ball is going to be fouled back, and that'll move the count even at 1-1. Not too much wind gust tonight either. The flag out over left field, standing fairly still. Not much movement whatsoever on this Thursday night. Marty will look to third. He'll set and deliver. And a swing and a miss, as he'll take the lead in the count at 2-1, or 1-2, my apologies. Wedvik looks to bring the runner in from third, as Marty might do it himself. This pass ball, and he is going to be safe at the plate.
Yeah, and that's just what you got to watch out for with these wild pitches and pass balls.
Eli Rowden will score for the Bulldogs, and that'll get him on the board for the first time tonight, as Cox Mill's lead is cut in half, 2-1. They lead.
And whether they'll rule that a pass ball or a wild pitch on their scorecards, it's another question.
Another
Good
outside.
job by Maroney, not letting that one go by as well. What were we going to say, Natalie?
Send another wild outside to the right.
So it is a full count. That's going to get fouled back. He's still fighting them off. The Bulldogs have been doing a great job this inning of kind of wasting some pitches for Marty.
They most definitely have. 2 outs with a full count. As Marty takes a breath and he's going to deliver, that's going to be way outside. Maroney having to dive outside of the box just to
Now
keep that
batting number
heading to
2, the left
backstop.
fielder, Josh DeJong.
So a runner on first only now for Robinson. Trying to keep this inning going. Still no hits for the team, but they have 1 run.
Josh DeJong will bat in the 9th spot. He is the left fielder that made an error that cost Jay M Robinson 1 run in the first inning, as he looks to see if they can get him tied up here, as it's a big swing and a miss, and that'll move the count to 0-1. Yeah, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 3 walks for Marty tonight.
I think already 3, yeah. He's got 3 walks and then
5 or 6 strikeouts.
He got 5 Ks, as that is another big swing and a miss.
I don't think there's been a single ball in play from a Robinson bat yet.
There has not been.
They have a point on the
Nope.
board.
Errors. DeJean sets on the 0-2 count with 2 outs. A swing and a grounder put into play, fielded by the shortstop. It'll be thrown to first, and it will be in time.
A good play there from Alderford to make sure that one gets through. And a good catch by Jack McGowan. And we'll end the inning. 1 run, no hits. 1 man left on base as a result of a walk. 1 run was a result of a walk and a couple wild pitches and a pass ball. So that's obviously the biggest question mark for this Cox Mill team up to this point is keeping the ball in the catcher's glove.
And it just hasn't been on Marty, especially not in that second inning. I mean, Michael Maroney had a lot of balls there, at least 2 passed balls that it almost looked like he kind of pulled the glove back right before he was going to catch it to try to frame it, like you had said.
Yeah, and that has a lot to do with kind of not anticipating the speed as much as you should be. Framing is a very difficult thing to do as a catcher, and sometimes if you do it too aggressively, you'll forget the ball in the first place. Like with football, if you try to make too big of a move before you catch the ball, you'll drop it.
Yep.
You just got to go through the process. Doing things like that is a problem that I had often when I coached.
Catch.
Sorry, I had to call you out.
Leading off,
Yeah.
number 8, the catcher, Michael Maroney.
I don't know if it's different because it's a position.
Loving this Robinson catching gear, especially the helmet.
It is pretty solid.
Yeah. Matching colors with uniforms.
Michael Maroney, the catcher, will now step up to the plate, batting in the 7 hole. As this ball is going to be, looks like fouled off his shin as he's going to take a quick walk down the third base side. Anderson looking to get settled in, allowed 2 runs in the first off of 2 doubles and a sacrifice fly from the Chargers. The 0-1 back to the plate, and Maroney's going to sit on this one. This ball is high into the gap in left, although the left fielder will be there. And Josh DeJean will make the catch 1 out away.
Yeah, a bit of a golf swing there from Maroney. Hit it quite far, but not
Now batting
quite far
number
enough.
15, the center fielder, James Green.
Now the center fielder, James Green, will step up to the plate.
James is, I believe, the only sophomore other than Tyler Zadalis to start today. In fact, he's the only other sophomore other than Tyler Zadalis to be on the roster. This is a very senior dominated
Nice.
team at Cox Mill.
Nice.
That's a bunt for a base hit.
That's a perfectly placed ball.
Wow. And I see why he's on the roster now.
Now batting
Yeah.
number 2, the shortstop, Nick Alderfer.
Lots of speed.
Hotel California as the walk-up song. Hopefully, the Strangers can copy that.
Nick Alderfer stepping up for the 2nd time tonight. 1 man on first and 1 away.
Gotta get
As
synchronized.
Anderson looks home. And he'll step off the rubber, take a quick look back at Green standing on first. And he's going to try to get a quick pickoff throw, but Green back in time, being very agile and diligent. And I believe Nick Alderfer will be playing for Queen's University. Am I right?
I believe that is right. I'm not positive.
Technology.
He's going to Queens.
And Anderson will deliver the first pitch. Maroney's going to try to bunt for a base hit. Charging is the third baseman. He will not throw. Wow.
And you'd think that as the third baseman, you'd come up after a bunt single. Maybe you'd think it was just the 9-hole guy, but Maroney says, hey, I can do that, and he does it.
Christian Henry.
Now batting
fielded
number
that,
5, the
kinda
left
looked
fielder,
for a second,
Cale
looked towards
Ayler.
first, realized there was no play anywhere, and all of a sudden there's 2 men on 2 infield hits.
Cale Ayler up to bat again. It's time with runners on first and second. A good start to the inning for Cox Mill.
First pitch to Ayler is going to be very outside as Anderson not trying to give up another bunt. He'll look back in for the 1-0 count. And that's going to be just high over the plate, just a little bit high for the umpire's liking, as he will quickly jump ahead 2-0 with the count. Runners not being held on at first or second. Anderson looks back towards Green, and he'll deliver home as this ball is going to be fouled over the visitors' dugout and into the bullpen screen. So pretty easy to retrieve that one as a young kid is running out there to grab it.
He's sprinting.
I think he's hoping for a souvenir, but I think they got to give that one back,
Nope.
unfortunately.
Here comes a Robinson guy coming to grab that ball.
Hey, nice throw, kid.
See, if we had like an actual camcorder, it could like turn the camera and show that. But
Yeah.
Hopefully this is going to be our first and last stream with the camera that we're using. We had some technical difficulties earlier in the day that did not allow us to use our regular camera, as 2 quick foul balls evens the count at 2-2.
Definitely tell Green is confident at second, taking a big lead off in some of these pitches.
he's taking a big lead, and he's doing that thing where you sprint no matter what, and then you just stop after a second. Get back.
Yeah, definitely a fast guy.
Catcher's head.
Anderson tried to overwork one there and kind of stayed up on him, and
Brings us
will
to
bring the count to full.
Full count with 1 out.
You've got an open base, but you don't want to walk him here, as he's going to step off and think about this one for a little bit longer.
So the next baseball home game for the Chargers is Monday against Central Cabarrus. Not sure if there will be JV before that, but I know there is at least varsity.
Ball 4 is low and away, and that's
Now
going
batting
to
number
load
17, the
the
third
bases.
baseman, Tyler Zadalis.
And the third baseman, Tyler Zadalis, steps back up for the second time tonight. Double in the first inning, as he looks to drive in a couple here.
And Zadalis has a home run on the season, so he's shown he's capable.
One left the ballpark for Zadalis in the 15-2 victory over A.L. Brown just yesterday.
Yeah, so he's got the pop in the bat right now. I'm sure he's feeling good, especially after the double we saw earlier in this game. So it's also possible that a couple of those scouts are maybe keeping an eye on Zadalis.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, we've got a kid that even if you haven't seen him play, he's already committed to the University of South Carolina, a big SEC school, a good baseball school.
especially after 2 games in his freshman year.
Yeah.
Only got about 3 or 4 in, and he was already committed.
Man. You got to think some of them are going to be out there because of that. Zadalis steps in, awaiting his first pitch. Bases are loaded.
1 man out, so just don't ground into the double play. He'll swing big at that one, but that's a really good curveball from Anderson. Caught him on top of it.
Green on third, Aldifer on second, or on first. As Anderson will step off. Let Zadalis think about this one a little bit longer. 0-1 count, only 1 out in the inning. 4 hits already recorded for the Chargers, as Anderson's taken himself a long time to head home with this one.
Try to keep his composure. When you got bases loaded, oftentimes you can start getting tilted, and if you do that, you start throwing errantly, and that's when we get past balls, and that's free points. And the umpire is not quite as generous with the outside half as he has been a lot of the game, and Zadalis will get a ball 1-1.
And that one just missed. I mean, the catcher couldn't really do anything more to frame that one. He didn't have to move his glove too much. As the 1-1 comes home,
No.
and that is going to hit him. Green will come home on the hit by pitch. And Zadalis, crowding the plate just a little bit, is going to work out in his
Now
favor.
batting number 9, the
As
first
bases
baseman,
stay
Jack
loaded,
McGowan.
comes in. And Jack McGowan will step up to the plate.
Jack is a tall kid. I think he's about 6'4", if I can gauge that correctly. But He's a tall guy. He's got some muscle on him. He can absolutely rope one.
Hitting in the 4 spot, the cleanup hitter. As this is a
Wow.
pop-up ball staying in the infield.
Infield fly is the call, so that'll be an automatic out. So we'll move the 2 down.
Nice pitch by Anderson to get him to chase on the first.
Now batting number
Just
20, the
a little
right
bit
fielder,
up, trying to hold
Kyle
on, stay on
Castle.
top of it, and pops it out with the infield fly and the catch by the first baseman, Max Arstar. There are now 2 outs in the inning with Kyle Castle up to bat. Castle had a double to center field in his last at-bat off the first pitch. As Anderson delivers, and that's going to be 1 in the dirt. A nice job by Justice Abraham to not let that one get to the backstop.
Yeah, and that was a breaking ball that started in the zone and moved out of it, but good job on Castle to keep away from that pitch. That's another
Castle
one high in the sky.
pops this one up. The shortstop will stand under it. He will make the play, and
At
the
the end of
Chargers
2, the
get
Chargers
one, but
lead
leave
it
them loaded
3-1.
here in the second. The Chargers lead 3-1, 4 hits, 1 error. Jay M Robinson, 1 run, no hits, and 1 error as we move into the 3rd inning.
Yeah, so this game has not by any means been a blowout. JM has been keeping themselves in it on the defensive side of the ball. Cox Mill definitely on the upper hand up to this point, but they haven't been running away with it.
Usually cut down the line and watch from a different angle.
No, they have not at all.
And that's what we saw with the junior varsity game. They won that game by a margin of about 14 points, if I remember correctly. 15-1.
I believe it was 15-1 in 4 or 5 innings. As JV made very quick work of Jay M Robinson. Now, one thing that I do want to mention, and you won't see it here tonight, but one thing that I noticed about sitting here when we were doing our test stream earlier today about the JV team was that they are big. They have a very, very big JV team. And, I mean, height-wise, build-wise, I mean, Cox Mill looks to be set for the next couple of years if those guys can produce.
Yeah, absolutely. There's seriously a lot of future in this Cox Mill program as Marty's trying to do some crazy curveballs and sliders right now.
We got a couple pitchers with potential on JV right now.
Ooh, nice throw from the catcher there.
Leading off number 3, the center fielder, Tyler Grady.
Jay M Robinson as he is quickly down 0-2 in the count. Gare looks to finish him off here as a breaking ball stays down in the dirt. That'll be the first ball of the at-bat, 1-2 count.
Yeah, so
All the people I can't talk to.
Marty, you're trying to make quick work of the team here.
I can't talk to them.
That's a high hit out to right. Clock. Good play there. I think that's Kyle Castle.
Now batting
Yep.
number 11, the shortstop, Jake Dameron.
Okay.
So that one's going to go
Are we full count or?
count, looking like
Yep.
a full count now, I think. And he'll walk. So after getting one quick strikeout, or one quick
Now batting
flyout,
number 4, the pitcher, Blake Anderson.
Carroll will be working with a runner yet again. And now it's really important to make sure that nothing's getting by your catcher. Something we saw as a big problem last inning. Way behind on that one. Takes another one. Takes one that time. 1-1 now.
You should have taken it. That was a ball.
Oh.
Good move there from Maroney behind the plate to try to pick one off there, and a good job to catch it despite the foul tip. But it is a 1-2 count here. Who's at the plate right now, David?
Blake Anderson.
Blake Anderson is up to the plate. That's the pitcher. So it's the pitcher's duel right now.
Oh.
That's a big knock there from Blake Anderson. He'll send that deep out to left center field. And James Green is going to let it drop near the track. He's running forward. They've got to play at it. At the plate out. And he's out. He's appealing that he never got the tag on him, but the umpire will call that one as an out.
Now batting number 14, the third baseman, Christian Henry.
And that's why you do the cutoff drill for that situation right there. Looks like we're going to have a conference at the mound. Trying to talk to Marty, get him calmed down.
You can tell third base coach is definitely not happy with for that call.
No, he's not. Jay M Robinson as a whole just not very happy with how that one turned out.
Jam as a whole, just fans shouting and yelling about that call.
Takes one outside there.
Even the count to 2-2.
So a 2-2 count, I believe.
Gonna be
Takes a one-
outside.
Takes another one. Although I think, did you reset the count on the scoreboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be what? 3-2, right?
I don't know.
Full count? Anybody know the count?
It's 2-0.
Okay.
So 2-0 is the count.
Number 12, Taylon Carrington running for the pitcher.
Yeah, we see a pinch runner out there running for the pitcher, which you are allowed to do. That's Taylon Carrington out there. 2-1 count. That one's going to be fouled way back.
Oh,
Brings
sorry.
us to 2-2. So it's 2 outs. Gare's trying to get out of this inning with a runner in scoring position again. That one's upstairs. We'll go to full. It appears that a lot of the people who were in the scouting gallery have left. There's only a few of them left, and that one will be a sweet, sweet slider there for Marty. That will end the inning. So we'll be right back for the next inning of play.
Test, test, test.
Let's see how that goes. I believe we may have just fixed the audio,
I think we might have.
because Macs are bad. No, I'm kidding. Macs are very powerful for their size. Unfortunately, I just don't like their operating system very much.
It's the first stream. There's going to be a little technical hiccup
Yep.
here as Brandl's going to foul that one back off the back netting.
Are Ashley and Jordan still here? Assume they are.
I believe they're taking photos.
Yeah, you can go ahead and step out and give it a test, David. But Brandel will lead off. He was on deck when the last inning ended. Nice curveball there from Anderson. Caught Brandel off balanced. And it'll move to a quick 1-2 count. So Robinson not able to get anything done in the top of the last inning. Trying to curve Brandel out of the batter's box, but excuse me. We'll move to a 2-2. Solid pitch right in the zone, but it'll be hit right to the second baseman, and a good play there by Sean
Now
Wedvik
batting number 8,
to get the out.
catcher.
Great hustle from the
Michael
catcher
Malone.
here to back up first. Learn from past mistakes in the past innings here. Now be
So it appears
2
we
outs.
have actually fixed the audio, so that's great.
Only little hiccup that we got to work through now is there's a little bit of static in the background when you can hear as a breaking pitch. We'll go for a strike to start this at bat.
Yeah, static isn't interesting. We'll work out this board. First time using this board for a broadcast. I'm not worried about it. It's just some technical hiccups, and hopefully this frame rate thing will also be solved as time goes on. Good hit there off the end of the bat, and that'll be a good base knock for Michael Maroney to start the 2-out rally with a single.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Maroney. Kind of sat and waited on that pitch and was able to deliver one just short of the left fielder through the gap in the infield.
And that was their 5th hit of the game. James Green up now. He bunted for a single his last time up.
Jack Lopez running for the catcher.
And they are subbing in Jack Lopez to run for the catcher at first base. Green here, a speedster, and Jack Lopez is no slouch on the base paths either, so if he can poke one into the gap, that would be big, because he will not be held up by anybody. Green takes the first one, low, 1-0 count. So this is the bottom of the third only. We are about an hour into game, and they play 7. So at this rate, we'll be done in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Ball low outside. Down near the dirt. Good job by the catcher to be able to stop that one from getting to the backstop.
Yeah, and catchers have come into a great role today of really making sure that those don't go awry. As there's a pickoff move, Lopez on the bag before the ball even got to the first baseman. Green given another second. Adjusts his helmet. Looks over to first base, the pitcher. Staring into the plate. Kicks, deals. Green's going to knock that one deep to right field. It's going to go over the right fielder's head and off the fence. And here they go, off to the races. Jack Lopez already around third. James Green will be into third for the stand-up triple. And what a knock there for the sophomore. 9th in the lineup. And this will be an easy RBI, or I shouldn't say easy. This will be a great RBI opportunity for Nick
Now
Alderfer.
batting number 2, the shortstop, Nick Alderfer.
Chargers back around the lineup for the third time tonight. Alderfer getting his third plate appearance as Green speedy around the bases, getting himself a triple. It's a single and a triple for him so far in the night, and we're only through 3. Anderson kicks, and that's going to be a nice breaking pitch that falls just over the strike zone, just for a first pitch strike, 0-1 count.
Alderfer looking for a free RBI here. Takes that one, move to a 1-1 even count. Fouls that one back. We'll move to a quick 1-2. Alderfer will fall a little behind.
That one falls in the softball field. It looked like, I think it's going to be pretty interesting next year when both these sports are going on at the same time, when you get a baseball flying into play on the softball field.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be an interesting vibe, just the fact that these two sports are not happening at the same time right now, because usually they do. That's the usual.
Yeah.
So, still trying to get some audio levels up. So it's a 2-2 count for Alderfer. He'll hit that one up in the sky. Shallow center. Second baseman's under it. And that'll be the third out of the inning. So after a great triple from James Green, the Chargers extend their lead by 1. It's 4-1 now going into the top of the 4th inning. And JM is still doing a pretty solid job of keeping themselves within reach.
1-1-1 on the scoreboard for them. 1 hit, 1 run, and 1 error as Marty Gare and the catcher Michael Moroney will take the field once again here for the top of the 4th. Good game so far. Chargers with 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 error. So pretty good showing from them. They've had runners in scoring position pretty much every inning. They left them loaded in the third, left a man on third, or in the second, my bad, left a man on third in the third. So the Chargers have not been shy of any scoring opportunities so far, as Care a little bit wild on these opening pitches. I mean, even to be fair to Gare, if he were to even slow these down like 10 miles an hour, he's still pitching faster than the majority of the guys playing in this league. Is that one completely soars the catcher, and the scouts are taking all their notes.
At the end of the other inning here, you had at least 3 or 4 scouts with radar guns here, right writing down stats.
Yeah, and a lot of them have come back, seem to take a little break just to kind of sit down and watch the
Leading
game.
off number 20, the first baseman.
They seem to be
Max
back now that
Armstrong.
Morty has calmed down.
And leading off for the Bulldogs will be the first baseman batting in the 5th spot, Max Arstark. Gare looks in as he readies the pitch, and that's going to be a breaking pitch over the middle called strike. And we will start this one with an 0-1 count. Gare not throwing too many of those, pretty much focused on the fastball, but ready to go again as this ball is fouled back, and Arstark finds himself in a hole 0-2 quickly in this at-bat. JM scoring their only run in the second. That came off an error by Gare as he tried to throw back towards first as that pitch goes high, and that'll be the first ball with the count 2-1 count.
Yeah, that missed pickoff attempt ended up giving them 2 free bases and then a wild pitch or pass ball, don't remember which specifically, allowed the runner to get past.
Arstark lays off that one as that one breaks just inside at his shins, just out of the zone, and that's going to even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, so very, very nice weather right now. I'm just loving the sun going down, and that's a really solid hit the other way.
Arstark puts that one between the third baseman shortstop hole, and a base hit with no outs, and Jay M Robinson looks to get something going.
And I don't know what the statistical qualification is for a quality at-bat, but Arstark has had 2 really good at-bats in terms of either getting a lot of pitches away or with that a really solid base hit.
A very solid base hit as he sat down on 2 pitches before that first breaking pitch in the at-bat. He kind of sat on, watched, and it was a strike as Eli Rowden, the right fielder, shows bunt. He'll pull back, and Marty will deliver a ball, and so that leads to a 1-0 count.
So the sun kind of affecting the runner at first base a little bit. He's trying to look at Marty, but he can't see because of the sun. So if he was going for maybe a steal call, it might have been a little harder because you can't see the pitcher's feet.
And that ball foul tipped off a bunt attempt here by Rowden. And that'll even count at 1-1.
So he's showing bunt again. Third baseman's going to come in. Pulled back, called a ball. So we'll move to a 2-1.
Yeah, as Adal is charging in there every time he shows bunt, trying to be ready for it. Not wanting to let the bunt come to bite him back, as the Chargers were able to get 2 infield base hits off of bunts in previous innings. Gare delivers, and that's a strike right down the middle.
And that one looked very quick.
That was very
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. Don't really know what to say to that. He just threw that one really hard. He could not hit that one.
We've got one scout here with a radar gun that just wrote that down there. Fast pitch.
Very, very fast pitch indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Gare delivers the 2-2 count, and they're going to call that one strike 3.
Bit of a
Rowden-
generous
Batting
call there
number
from the
1,
umpire, but
catcher,
Rowden
Justice
led with
Abraham.
his shoulder, trying to influence the ump to take a ball there, but he says it nipped the outside corner, and that's another one sat down for Marty Gare. 1 out in the inning, 1 man on, leading off on first base. Marty looks back to home, likes his pitch, and that one's going to miss just low. A breaking pitch over the middle, but just out of the zone for a 1-0 count. At bat for the Bulldogs is going to be Justice Abraham, the catcher, batting in the 7th position. Gare's going to throw back to first.
that's a solid pickoff move there. The pitching position, it really is all about confidence. You're either on it or you're not.
Arstark getting his lead at first. Not by too much. Marty's going to deliver home, and this is going to be a bloop. Caught diving by the second baseman. And a very nice play there.
Yeah, that's Connor Welker
By
at
Connor
second
Welker.
base, team batting average leader. I don't know
Now
if he
batting
still
number
is after
6, the
today.
second
but
baseman, Sean Wedvik.
Sean Wedvik now stepping into the plate for the Bulldogs.
that was a good play by Welker there to get the catch in it. Also a good play by R. Stark at first base to get back safely.
That ball is going to be high at the head of Wedvik.
So we'll start out with a 1-0 count in this AB.
Sean Wedvik, the second baseman for the Bulldogs. He's going to step out of the box and he'll take time. As Marty now set on the mound. He'll give the nod to Maroney and just off the outside corner. And Maroney's going to take time to go talk to his pitcher. That one didn't miss too much. Marty seems to be a little bit more in control with his pitches, however, not as speedy on some of them. And we've seen one go for a base hit opposite field, a little blooper on a jam shot. Or a nice play by the second baseman, Welker. And Abraham will now step back into the box after heading down and talking to the third base coach.
Yeah, and Abraham had a really, really lengthy AB last time he was up. Spent a lot of pitches off Marty's arm, fouling some, taking some balls.
2 balls and no strikes. Marty's going to drill him in the back, and that one's got to hurt. Abraham will take his base as he's going to try to walk that one off. And
Now batting number 2, the left fielder,
Marty will
Josh
step back
DeJong.
to the mound, and Josh DeJong will step up to the plate. Batting ninth, playing left field tonight.
So Tyler Grady on deck. He's looking for a chance to hit with runners in scoring position. But DeJong will have at least one in scoring position at second base.
DeJong, the senior, credited with an error tonight on a drop ball that ended up scoring a Charger run. Gare home with the first pitch, and that's going to be a strike just on the outside corner. Marty's been trying to work that fastball outside as that one just misses low. And Marty doesn't like the call. Umpire been fairly consistent with his spots tonight. He's been iffy on the outside corner depending on which side the batter is going to be playing. And this ball is going to sail over the head of Welker. One is going to come in to score for Jay M Robinson. And that is going to be an RBI single for Josh DeJong as the Chargers now lead 4-2.
Now batting
Jay M
number 3,
Robinson
the center
getting another one on
fielder,
the board.
Tyler Grady.
Only the third hit tonight for the Bulldogs, but they're hoping they're not done. The leadoff batter, Tyler Grady, the center fielder, now steps into the right side of the plate.
Forgot about that.
Gare looks back to second base before he delivers. This pitch is going to be outside. Maroney making sure he gets a glove on that one, not really trying to frame it. And that moves the count to 1-0. Gare steps off the rubber, and the runners will head back to the bags. As Grady's going to call time. Josh DeJong on first. Sean Wedvik on second. This pitch inside. 2 balls now for Marty as that fastball has not been working for him inside the zone in this inning. On deck for the Bulldogs is Jake Dameron. As this pitch is going to be high, a 3-0 count. You've got somewhere to put him, but you don't want to put him there.
And a walk here would not be great at all. Jake Dameron on deck.
You good?
Yeah. Not be good here. Jake Dameron on deck.
And Gare's going to find a pitch just on the bottom of the zone. And I don't think Grady agrees with that one, however.
Want to go throw his bat there.
Yeah.
And hold on.
A lot of times they go for those early and say, come with me.
This ball's going to be right back at Marty, bouncing off his glove. He's going to throw to first to get the force out. And that will end the inning. So Marty gets out of it, but not before a run is scored. Jay M Robinson puts another one on the board, but the Chargers still lead 4-2 heading into the bottom of the fourth.
An update from some Cabarrus County athletics. Hickory Ridge softball played their round 2 matchup tonight. It was postponed yesterday due to rain, but they played and they won, so they'll be playing at round 3 tomorrow, I believe, away. Congratulations to the team for being the other Cabarrus County school to have a sport go to the 3rd round in either softball or soccer, as Cox Mill's soccer team will play tomorrow at home against Charlotte Catholic Cougars. So some round 3 playoffs in those 2 sports tomorrow.
Got a great view of a couple of these scouts here. A couple have left, maybe on a break or something, but we've got at least 2 here actively standing and watching.
And I mean, I guess Marty's the guy they're here to see, so he's not on the mound, so
Yep.
might as well take a breather.
I think it's pretty cool just to see.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah.
Cox Mill High
Number 5,
School.
the left fielder.
I think it's very
Kale
cool to see.
Ayler.
Nice to see a little, fenced off thing just for them.
Yeah, and I mean, it's nice to have some superstar talent here. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't believe Cox Mill has ever won the SPC conference outright in baseball.
I don't believe
I
so.
believe
I
they've
don't think
won,
they have.
I believe they've won the conference tournament a few times, but
Ayler steps in here, and his first pitch will be a big swing and a miss.
2019 they have won it. They won it in 2019, so the program is definitely on the upward direction, trying to get some consistent results. And that's a very good knock down the right field line. Base hit. Single.
Ayler will come up with a single off the second pitch in the at-bat.
Now batting number
And
17,
Blake Anderson
the third
is
baseman,
back out
Tyler
for his
Zadalis.
4th inning of work. Number 17, Tyler Zadalis, stepping to the plate.
Talented kid.
Very talented indeed, as he has had a double so far tonight. And with no outs, runner on first base, Zadalis looks to advance him. Anderson's pitch will be fouled off by Zadalis, back over the home dugout and onto the softball fields.
And Zadalis' last at bat he had with bases loaded. Anyway, it's a 0-1 count. When he was up with bases loaded, he flied it out to the infield. Anderson steps off, sorry.
Anderson looks home and gets set. He'll check the runner over at first base. Ayler not with a massive lead. Anderson looks, delivers, and this ball is going to be hit into center field, playable, and it will be caught for the first out of the inning. That's going to be Tyler Grady on the catch.
Now batting number 9, the first baseman, Jack McGowan.
Yeah, Jack McGowan now the cleanup hitter. Another chance.
This guy
Move
can
some runners here. Sorry, go ahead.
whack them in the outfield. I've been here during one of their practices during one of the softball games here. And man, that guy can hit.
Yeah, Jack. As I said last time he was up, he's a big guy. And he can get some big hits. He's just got to get on top of one.
That pitch is going to run high. And we'll lead off with an 0-1 count here to McGowan. Anderson will check Ayler one more time. Quick delivery, and McGowan holds off on that one, and good for good reason. Pitch ends up high and outside the zone for a 2-0 count. This is when you see guys try to rip one here with the count in their favor, hoping Anderson has to try to throw one over the dish, as that ball is going to be thrown back Anderson now. Sets the pitch.
Good pitch.
Strike. A breaking ball on the bottom side of the corner, or the bottom side of the strike zone, rather. And that'll move the count to 2-1.
Just a solid hit, or a solid pitch there to get the count moving back in his direction.
Very nice pitch as
Off the end of the bat, that's going
it's
deep.
out.
McGowan, it's gone! A 2-run shot to left center.
And that's a great hit there from Jack McGowan. We were just talking about his capability to bring it far, and he did, hitting it, I'd say, about 360-ish feet
Go, Jack.
to deep left center field. Bounced just ahead of the modern Nissan of Concord sign out there. And what a knock.
Jack McGowan off the end of the bat.
Now batting number 20,
Great
the right
timing,
fielder,
nice
Kyle
contact, and
Castle.
that ball just skirted by the scoreboard. It is now 6-2. Cox Mill off the long ball.
So up to the plate now after McGowan is Kyle Castle, who had a solid hit earlier. So he's looking to continue a good day at the dish.
Castle had a really hard hit ball on his double that sailed over the center fielder's head a little bit earlier on the timing, and his might have done the exact same thing as it was a two-hopper to the wall out at about the 355 sign.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that pitch is just going to stay high for Anderson. As while Castle's a big guy, strike zone doesn't extend that far up for him.
So it's a 2-1 count now for him. Great breaking ball there. That one looked like it would stay high and in, even from up here, and then it just fell down into the zone. A good pitch there from Anderson.
Fell nicely off the top of the zone as Anderson's ready to go. And that pitch will not get called. It'll fall in the dirt, and that'll bring up a full count.
And that's kind of what happens as a catcher when you kind of frame your body, because he was on the outside half of the plate, and that ball was on his left, and the fact that he had to bring his glove vertical to catch that one really discourages the umpire from giving you that call, regardless of where it actually is.
Foul ball right over us, actually. Probably hit the softball bathrooms over here.
We'll see over the course of the season if we get one to hop up in here. We almost had one in here.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
the
it's
JV
only-
game here.
Only a few feet short.
It's gotta take a high foul ball as this one's ripped towards the gap in the infield. It'll be fielded by the shortstop. A long throw is going to be wide, and it's going to be a base hit for the Chargers.
Might be counted an error, but it would look like it could have been close regardless. So
Jake Dameron tried to force that ball over as quick as he could, as he knew it
Now
was a slow
batting number
roller
4, the
towards
second
him.
baseman, Connor Welker.
Connor Welker will get another chance here with one out in the fourth.
Kyle Castle with the infield hit now stands on first base with one out. Connor Welker, the second baseman, he made the nice diving catch earlier, and this is going to be a first pitch ball that is fielded by the shortstop, but no play. So back-to-back hits by the Chargers puts Kyle Castle in scoring
Now
position.
batting number 19, the
And it's hits like
designated
that.
hitter, Jack Brandel.
And it's hits like that that give us the reason why that player, Connor Welker, is the team leader in batting average. He just beats things out and gets really good positioning. Brandel will come up quick, send one to left, right into the glove of the left fielder.
Yeah, and I want to mention that Jake Dameron, the shortstop, had an errant throw
Now
on the
batting
Kyle
number 8,
Castle
the
ball, but a
catcher,
great job to
Michael
even get a
Maroney.
glove on that ball to not let it trickle out into left field and honestly advance the runners even further. That's
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
That's one of those balls that if it gets through the hole, it just kind of rolls into no man's land, and it takes a couple guys just to run there, and it takes a couple seconds to get anybody on it.
First pitch, just foul. That's Michael Maroney up at the bat again, the catcher. He's had a good day at the dish so far.
Man, and if that ball would have just gone fair, Maroney is standing at second base with the bases empty.
Oh, and this is something I like to see. Maroney is hitting with no batting gloves. You hardly ever see that anymore, but that's something I used to do. Just always feels like it gives you a better connection with the bat, in my opinion.
Back in my day, when I played 12 years, I didn't hear anything.
It's been a minute since you've played, AJ.
It's been like Well, it was summer of 2019. It's almost been 2 years. That's sad, actually.
The 0-1 count, 2 outs to Maroney, and that ball's going to be bouncing in the dirt.
Gives the hand to his teammate at second base, tells him to stay put.
Nice job by Abraham to get up after that ball bounced in front of him and keep Castle where he is at second.
So 2 outs, runner in scoring position.
And another ball in the dirt. Back-to-back balls in the dirt for Anderson.
Justice Abraham has been having a great game, both catching and batting. Just doing a spectacular job of keeping almost everything in front of him.
Anderson checks Castle, and he'll head back to the dish, and Maroney's going to sit on this one. It's going to fall into left. Castle being waved home. The throw was a little wide. Castle waved home initially. He actually held up at third base. Probably a good call, although the throw was off. And they're going to be loaded as Maroney gets a single.
Now batting number 15, the center fielder, James Green.
Yeah, and James Green, last time he was up, had that big hit out to big hit out to right field. It's like hear Natalie make multiple mistakes trying to copy and paste the bases loaded.
It is not my fault.
I don't know if you can hear the Mac boops on the screen.
The boop.
But James Green with a chance here.
No.
And Green's going to take a first pitch ball that just caught the right side of the zone.
Yeah, that's the risky run, crowding the plate like he was there. Take a strike that you really can't hit.
Craig was joking about singing.
Speedy Green waits at the plate. Anderson's pitch is just outside. That'll even the count at 1-1. Bases are loaded for the Chargers with 2 outs. They lead 2-6, 11 hits on the night. And they have left, I believe, 5 or 6 runners on base in this one, and they're not looking to leave the bases loaded as Green swings and misses. A nice breaking pitch.
That was a big cut.
Green was looking to send that one back out into right where he put his last base hit.
So 1-2 count. Green is behind here. He's got to see if he can either hit one here or recover a little bit.
Castle getting a lead at third, and Green's going to foul this one back off the netting behind home plate. Count will stay at 1-2.
Doing a good job of keeping himself alive, keeping the battle moving. And as we get deep into this one for high school standards, almost to the 5th inning, got to question when these teams are going to pull their starters, because they've both been put through quite a bit of work today.
And Anderson, a low pitch, and James Green just continuing to battle back.
Looks like if you look in the visitors' bullpen over here, we've got a new catcher and pitcher warming up.
We do have a new pitcher warming up, and it looks like it's going to be Luke Anderson. Not sure if Luke and Blake Anderson are related, however.
Twin
Twin
So,
brothers.
yes, they are related.
Wow.
And they're both left-handed pitchers. Or, no, the other one's a left-handed pitcher. So I'm assuming they're not identical twins then.
That pitch just high out of the zone. I think Green might have thought that was going to go for a strike, but ump rules it a bit high. That evens the count at 2-2, 2 outs. Bases are loaded for the Chargers. Green, this ball is popped up towards center. Grady is under it, and he will make the play, and so the Chargers leave him loaded for the second time tonight, but not before a Jack McGowan 2-run bomb to left center. The Chargers lead 6-2 at the end of the 4th.
And we'll be right back. We'll take a quick break. We'll see you again in the 5th. back here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch is going to be taken on the inside. Marty Gare still on the bump for Cox Mill. And leading off, going to start off with 2 balls. Leading off for the Bulldogs is number 11, Jake Dameron at shortstop. Solid game at the plate up to this point. And that's a 4-pitch walk. Or, yes.
What was a 4-pitch walk? They were not up to date on the count.
I got you.
They
Don't worry about it.
they missed the first pitch just like we did.
Yeah, exactly. But
Now batting number 4, the pitcher, Blake Anderson.
control is definitely the thing that Marty's got to work on. And making sure that he's staying within the zone. I'm sure nerves are playing into a big part of it with the scouts behind the plate. I would, as we've said, I would definitely be nervous with the scouts behind the plate, watching my every single move.
Yep.
But regardless, Robinson will start off with a runner, and that was a solid first pitch to bring us to an 0-1.
And the one thing that kind of doesn't sit right with me, at least with how I've seen Marty pitch, he can throw hard, but there has not been an inning where it feels like he's been completely calm and settled. There hasn't been an inning where I feel like as a breaking ball just misses on the inside, where he's really put together a full inning of, I'm impressed by that.
Yeah. He can throw hard, and he's got some good stuff. Like, that was a really nice curveball slider. I can't tell from here, but
Very nice breaking pitch.
yeah. He can throw hard, and he's got some good stuff, but
But
this
and-
game today, he just hasn't felt consistent, and that was the case again last week against West Cabarrus where he pitched.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're on a 1-1 count, you end up standing the catcher up on a fastball. I don't mind that, but when it feels like every other fastball you throw is standing the catcher up or having him to drop one in the plate, as this one's fouled back over the first base line, it just I've been impressed, but I've also been a little bit disappointed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I'm sure
But granted, I can't do that. So
I can't do that. I can't do anything close to that. I have massive respect for Marty, and I have had that since I almost entered the baseball program here my freshman year.
But when you've got the catcher just seeming like he's tithing on almost every single pitch that you're throwing outside the zone, again, young guy, still has a lot of time to develop and a lot of time to get where he needs to be, as Marty's going to step off the rubber. Marty sets and delivers, and that is going to be just off the outside corner, and that is going to be a walk delivered to Blake Anderson, the pitcher.
Now batting number 14, the third baseman, Christian Henry.
And Christian Henry up now with a chance to get a rally going. They've already got 2 men on with no outs. So a big chance. Ump is calling time. Looks like they're doing another run for the pitcher, perhaps? Yes.
Talon Carrington is going to come on to run for Blake Anderson.
And Carrington came in to run last time as well when Anderson was on base. So perhaps that's an arrangement that they will continue doing, as Carrington very quick. So he's showing bunt. Zadalis is going to rush in. Oh, and they did the steal. That's a smart play there from Robinson.
Very smart play to get the runner over safely into third base. And so now really anything in play that's fairly deep in the outfield is going to score a run, one that JM desperately needs. Down 6-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. High school ball only plays 7, so they've only got a few more to try to get these runs in. Marty sets, delivers. That ball is going to be hit straight to the first baseman.
Jack McGowan, good reaction, good catch, and good knowledge to step on one. That's a double play unassisted for Jack McGowan.
And that's one way to get yourself out of a no-out runner
Now
in scoring
batting number
position on
20,
third.
the first baseman, Max Arstark.
But still solid contact from Henry. Fortunately, it went right at a fielder. But Arstark now up to bat in the number 7. He is another very solid player. He's had some great ABs today. getting a lot of pitches. Just outside there. I liked that pitch, though. It was a good miss.
And, you know, one thing that keeps standing out to me every time I look back out at the scoreboard sitting in left center is the hit differential. 11 hits for the Chargers, 3 for the Bulldogs, as that ball is low outside for a ball.
But the reason why this game has felt much closer than it really is in that regard is just because of all the walks.
I mean, it's been a lot of walks from Marty, and I mean the Chargers have left, I believe, 9 on base in 4 innings. And so when you do that, you leave the bases juiced twice, once in the second, once in the fourth. I mean, that hit column goes up, and the runs are going to stay down. Granted, 6 runs still pretty good in 4 innings.
So 3-0, time is called at the plate.
Foul back, Mark. One at a time, bud.
Marty's going to stay exactly where he was. I don't think he's letting... He wasn't letting him mess with his rhythm there for a second.
No, he was not.
Marty coming set. Right down the center. 3-1.
Good job just to get at least 1 strike in the count. I expect Arstart to swing here. He will not. He's going to take the walk. I stand corrected.
Yeah, and I mean, with Marty on the mound, is it 105 pitches? Yeah, Marty's got to come out. So that'll do it for him today. Unfortunately, he will end on a walk. But coming from the bullpen, don't see anybody warming up out there, but it's possible they were before and I just didn't notice. So, round of applause for Marty Gare. Allowed 3 hits, 2 runs over the duration of 4 2/3 innings.
Now pitching for the Chargers, number 10, Josh Brown.
And here's Josh Brown, the side armor. He's a senior as well in the number 10. Josh Brown seems to relieve Marty a lot, specifically. So we'll take a quick second while Josh is warming up. We'll be right back. And we're back batting up for Robinson. Eli Rout in the right fielder. He's got a runner on third with 2 outs. It's a small chance. Not a small chance. It's a chance to put one over.
And Joshua Brown, the new pitcher on the mound. A sidearm slinger for the Chargers as he looks to get him out of the 2-out jam as this ball is going to be hit right to Welker. Welker will go to McDowell, and that is going to end the inning. So Brown comes on
Great
for
job,
one pitch,
Josh!
a ground out, and that will end the inning, or end this side for Jay M Robinson as the Chargers will come out to bat in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I definitely think the players have a
Leading off the bottom of the fifth
have a
for
little
the
bit of an
Chargers,
influence on this
number
playlist
2,
here.
Oh,
the
most
shortstop,
definitely they do.
Nick Alderfer.
it's
So
just,
yeah.
it's just like I came out here. I was like, what? I didn't know what to expect, and
Yeah.
that's what I should have expected.
Yeah. A lot of country here.
So Cox Mill will start off with the top of their order, Nick Alderfer.
Okay, hold on. Take it away, Natalie.
All right, so got our new pitcher here, twin brother. That's gonna be outside.
I'll bring it to an 0-1 count, or a 1-0 count. My bad.
You have a bunt
There you go, Nick!
right towards first baseman here.
And Alderfer will be safe. Nobody covering on the bag as the first baseman kind of shading a bit towards the second base spot. Nick Alderfer is going to have a lead-off bunt single.
Now batting number 5,
The third
the
one
left
tonight
fielder,
for the Chargers.
Cale Ayler.
Outside pitch. Gonna walk him back first.
Pitch had to get a bit of break on it as well. Well, it was still outside and a bit in the dirt. That thing dropped pretty hard.
Yeah. This catcher's been moving all night with every pitch.
He has been. He's done a great job behind the dish.
Yeah.
They were crushed.
I want to swing and a miss.
Yeah, Ayler with a bit of a golf swing there. Is
Yeah.
trying to take that one out of the catcher's mitt down low.
Yup.
Turn that into a 1-1 count.
Had a feeling that was gonna happen there.
And that was just throw back to first. Make sure Alderfer wasn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
And Ayler will set back up awaiting the pitch from Anderson. Breaking pitch just misses on the inside. A very nice pitch, but did not get the call from Blue behind the plate. Anderson sets. He's ready to go.
Oh,
And it-
bunt and it's foul.
Bunt just sneaks foul down the first base side, and that's going to even the count at 2-2. And that's one thing that I've kind of noticed about this team is they can go long, but they're also really speedy on the base paths, especially
Yeah.
with their bunting.
Definitely agree with that. Been practicing that in practice, most likely.
And all the scouts have all but cleared out as Marty is done for the night
Yeah.
pitching, and a very quick throwback by the left-hander.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that, but you can clearly see it on the cam here. There is nobody there after, Morty is gone here. After 105 pitches tonight. Right down the middle there.
That ball's going to be whacked, and that is going to be ruled an error on the second baseman, Sean Wedvik, as that ball took an awkward hop, kind of hit him in the breadbasket and snuck off into right field. And so now the Chargers with runners at the
Now
corners
batting
and
number
no
1,
out.
Hunter Kaminsky.
And Hunter Kaminsky now coming in to bat for... See if we can find it here. Not sure. Hunter Kaminsky now coming in.
Yeah. Senior year.
If Cole Ayler was the one that just hit, then that means that Hunter Kaminsky would be coming into
For
bat
Tyler?
for Tyler Zadalis. Now, that information might be incorrect, but Kaminsky tries to bunt. He's going to get that one just off the end of the bat. A little bit frustrated, and number 1's going to have to trot right back down to home plate with an 0-1 count. And one thing you will definitely notice about Hunter Kaminsky is his size. He's not too tall, but man, does he have some power.
Yeah, God, I've seen him hit. Being here at softball games every week, you see them practice, and gosh, these guys they've got some strength. Especially JV, it's really surprising.
And they're going to call that a balk, so Nick Aldifer slams on home plate, and he will come in to make this a 7-2 ball game. And the pitching coach is going to head out to talk to Anderson, as well as the catcher heading in from behind the dish. And I was talking with one of the parents over from Northwest Cabarrus, and they played a game against A.L. Brown out at Atrium Health Ballpark, where the Kannapolis Cannonballers are now
Oh, yeah.
playing. And so apparently it was a fantastic game all the way up until the end. Northwest had battled back. They made a great double play, defensive out. There was a man on third base, and the pitcher balked, and the game was over.
Oh. We gotta get Cox Mill in there. Now that the season started, they bet they don't have high school games
I'd
there
love
now.
to see him playing out at Atrium Health as Kaminsky tries to bunt. This ball's going to get popped
Popped
up,
up,
and it's going
caught
to
by
be
the catcher,
caught.
thrown down. Oh, he's gonna miss that catch. At second, outfielder's gonna back him up here, center field.
Justice Abraham will record the out. However, his throw, not the best
Now
one.
batting number 9, the first baseman, Jack
Hitting
McGowan.
down towards second base as Jack McGowan steps up to the plate.
And here we go. We got a big hitter here.
He went long ball in his last at-bat. Sailed over the Cox Mill logo next to the scoreboard on a 2-run shot.
Gonna have a talk here with our pitcher, and ump is gonna tell him that they've got to hurry it up. Get this game started.
Got to get this one moving.
Yep.
First pitch almost exactly 2 hours ago, as 8:24 here on this beautiful Thursday night. McGowan ready to go, set up at the right side of the plate. A first pitch strike taken just off the outside corner, and that'll move us to an 0-1 count. The Chargers have a runner on second base. 1 out in the inning. McGowan swings and fouls this one back and hits the net right in front of our photographers. As I can
A little bit
see,
startled there, yeah.
I can see Jordan and Ashley are taken aback a little bit.
just a little bit.
That's the second time a Cox Mill player has almost taken out our camera.
Yeah. We cannot have that. Those are not ours.
0-2 count as trying to stay alive. McGowan fouls this one down the first base side and just leaks foul as it passes the first base. One out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Chargers have scored in every inning so far, including a run here on a balk by Anderson. He'll deliver, and McGowan will try to chase a breaking pitch that fell off the outside of the zone, and that's going to be
Now
the
batting
first
number
K
20, the right fielder,
for
Kyle
Luke
Castle.
Anderson. Batting in the 5-hole will be number 20, Kyle Castle. He's had a decent day batting so far tonight. Led this game off with a double in the first inning. Hasn't looked back since. 2 outs, 1 man on second, and this is going to be a first pitch roller. And that's going to be another error made by Sean Wedvek as the runner will come in to score. It's going to be 8-2. Cox Mill leads. Welcome back, AJ.
Now
Thanks.
batting number 4, the second baseman, Connor Welker.
Yeah, 8-2, 6-point lead now for Cox Mill. Just another mental error there, or a physical error. Regardless, an error from the second baseman.
As the sun is going down, we've got 64 degrees here.
Yeah, sun is going down, but it looks
Wonderful
spectacular.
weather, yeah.
I like how the sky and the clouds look like the same color.
Yeah, it's just a little bit lighter here in the sky. Beautiful weather. Not much wind tonight, where we can carry out those balls, hit into the outfield.
And Connor Welker up at the plate with a runner on first, looking to keep the 2-out rally going here in the 5th. That pitch is going to start us off outside. Catcher is trying to frame that one with his body, but Ump didn't bite. Walker's had, I believe, 2 hits already today, at least. Time called. Cox Mill looking to bring a couple more across and end this one by mercy. Welker's going to get a dribbler in the infield. A fast guy. Pitcher misses it, and that's a base knock.
Connor can run.
Yeah,
Gosh.
Cox Mill's got a lot of individuals who are really, really
Now batting,
speedy.
number
Even
19,
if they're
the
not fast, they're
designated
still
hitter,
trucking it down
Jack
the first baseline
Brandel.
regardless of where it goes. And Jack Brandel up to bat now with a runner in scoring position.
Here we got our designated hitter.
So Brandel, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher, a matchup we don't particularly see often compared to both combinations with right-handed batters. We'll start off with a called strike 1. And pitcher gets the inside call there. Was just on the plate. Well, it'll be 0-2 now. So Jack Brandel going down in the count early. He's got to make something happen here to not go down on strikes. Catcher was set up on the outside. It's way out, 1-2.
One-two count, 2 outs. Anderson will deliver, and Brandel's going to hit one right back up the middle. It's going to be a nice play and throw by Jake Dameron, and that's going to end
the Chargers
the
lead
inning
it
for the
8-2.
Chargers. They lead 8-2 after scoring 2 in this one. And we will head to the top of the 6th with Jay M Robinson batting.
Yeah, and JM keeping this game going. Down by 6 runs, but game's not over till it's over. As the country music plays.
Doing good.
And we're back. Josh Brown still on the mound. I don't know if he wants any warm-up pitches. I think that's what he's saying to his catcher.
Rocking with the country music here.
Love living in the American South.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Brown's got a very interesting motion. He almost starts out really kicking his arm, almost like an underhand throw, and ends up bringing it back to plane. Very fun to watch.
Definitely an interesting pitcher here.
Sidearm is very fun to watch from the angle that we have up here.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I just wish the webcam we had a higher frame rate.
Yeah, you guys are not getting the best view here, but up here, maybe next week, we'll see a little bit of him.
Leading off the top of the 6th,
Fingers
the
crossed on
catcher
Monday
number
we will
1, Justice Abraham.
have a pretty good view. Justice Abraham sets in batting in the 7th spot for the Bulldogs. Down by 6, only 3 hits on the night for him. Josh Brown only 1 pitch so far. Here's his second, and a breaking pitch will be taken for a called strike over the middle of the zone.
Yeah, and that's
Brown quickly back as he's going to get a swing and a miss from Abraham.
and as he's only thrown 3 pitches tonight, in addition to his weird style, it's unfamiliarity that is probably Josh Brown's biggest advantage over this Bulldogs team.
Very quick back, and that one's going to brush Abraham on the knee. Not a hard hit, but good enough to send him down to first base as he chucks that back towards
Now batting number 6, the
Bulldog
second baseman,
dugout in some
Sean
frustration.
Wedgwood.
You good there, David?
I am. Gotta get
All right.
my words out.
Oh, yeah. You'll get there.
Bat back, bat back.
Bat back. Yep.
There we go.
Hitting now is Sean Wedvik, second baseman. Had that error in the field last inning.
Wedvik has been credited with 2 errors in this one so far.
Maybe looking to make it up here at the plate. His team down by 6 runs.
Brown's going to step off the rubber and check the runner at first. What is with it with these similar words here?
I don't know.
I'm rhyming everything.
Yeah.
Brown with his first pitch back to the plate. It's going to miss low. Another breaking pitch that Maroney catches at the bottom of the zone, and it's going to be a 1-0 count.
Josh Brown is keeping very good eye on that runner at first. Looking over there multiple times before he pitches. There's the pickoff, and he even picks off sidearm.
I was just going
was
to say that there.
That's a very interesting motion.
Yeah. You would
Hey,
think he
does
would
the
throw,
job.
you know. Yeah. I mean, he got it there pretty quick. Not as fast as,
Not as fast as Marty.
yeah. Marty bolts him at his first baseman there.
That's high and away. Is that Probert?
It is Probert.
Probert's here. Seems to be following. He's been to every game I've been to this week. Here comes the pitch from Brown. That's a little high and in, so the ump will give it to the batter. We'll move to 3-0 with a runner on first. So Josh Brown's starting to fall a little behind in this inning already. Hoping to bounce back quick.
Brown sends this one, and that's going to be a cold strike.
There's that outside half that the umpire tends to be a little bit more generous on. So the money ball here, 3-1 count. He'll send a pickoff move back to first base.
3-1 count for Brown. As he'll check the runner once again. He'll get his pitch, and he'll send this one as this is going to be a fly ball into right. And
He's got it.
Solid play there by Kyle Castle. Looked like he almost ran too far as that ball had a lot of side spin on it. It was curling hard towards the right field line. He almost overran it a little bit, had to retreat on his line to track that one down. But regardless, he'll catch it. It'll be 1 down with a runner on first base. And Josh DeJean up to bat now.
DeJean batting in that 9th spot. Had a hit earlier in this one as he's going to duck out of the way of Josh Brown's pitch. It was a bit high and inside. And for the 3rd consecutive at-bat, he'll start it with a 1-0 count.
Yeah, and that first pitch strike is such an important thing to have as a pitcher. If you lose it, then you start on your back foot every AB, and that one's going to come in and actually hit DeJean. That'll be the 2nd HBP of the inning for Josh Brown.
Yeah, the second batter, he is clonked. First one wasn't too bad, and that was Justice Abraham batting in the 7th spot. And Brown sends another one down as Maroney's going to come out to talk to him. You good there, Natalie?
Yeah, but
You're making some funny noises over there.
hey, it's the copy and paste of this Mac. You know we don't like Macs here. We're more of a Windows operated.
And there go the viewers.
Oh.
Should get Devonzo to write us a $1,300 check for a streaming PC.
Yeah, no
Yep.
kidding. I'm sure I'm
I'm sure we will get that.
Money will come out of the sky.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he would be thrilled to do that.
I think we can take it from the football program. I think he'll be perfectly fine with that. For our streaming capabilities here.
Brown sets, delivers, and that pitch is going to be just high. Michael Maroney standing up after that one.
Now the 4th 1-0 count he started with.
Abraham with a good lead off at second. This ball is going to be floated into the left center gap. Center fielder will be there to make the catch. And the tag third, he will be safe. A very, very close call.
Oof. That's heartbreaking out in center field. What a That was a wonderful throw.
And I'm not sure. It looks like it is Hunter Kaminsky out there. I do not see James Green.
Oh yeah, that is
Yeah,
Hunter
yeah,
Kaminsky out there. They
He
subbed
did
him
swap
in.
for him.
Yep.
That was a great throw.
Fantastic
Great throw from him.
by Kaminsky. Like I was saying, he might not be the tallest guy in the world, but he can bat and he can throw.
He's got an arm.
He does. Brown delivers, and he runs halfway to home plate just in case that ball got to the backstop to try to avoid Abraham from getting home.
So a 1-0 count. That one's deep to center. Kaminsky's got another shot. He's got it in his tracks, and that's 3.
There you go, Josh.
So scoreless are the Bulldogs in that inning. Had 2 hit by pitches end up on the base paths, but will not end up harming them too bad, as nothing came across. Cox Mill looking to end this game 4-0 on their record. I believe if they score 2 runs here, that would be mercy.
I believe 8 runs it would be. However, I am not sure completely on the rules with that.
I like how coming into calling these games, the first rule that you need to learn when you're calling Cox Mill is what the mercy rule is.
Yeah, that is the.
Because when I started calling soccer, I didn't know what the mercy rule was, and that came into employment very quickly.
About every game I got over there after softball games, and Adrian was like, "Oh, we're
Game's
yep,
over.
game's over. We're 10 up."
Yeah, we won 9-0 in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Soccer team undefeated. They will play Charlotte Catholic tomorrow night in round 3.
Home game, right?
Home game.
Home
Round 3
advantage
of the
here.
NCHS AA 3A playoffs, and if they win that, they will go play a regional game next week.
Now, I know for basketball, regionals are at a neutral site, but I'm not sure if that's the case as well for soccer.
And I'm not sure with COVID what the ruling is there either.
Leading
Yeah,
off the
so
bottom
we'll-
of the 6th, number
We'll
8,
ask
the
Devonzo.
catcher,
We'll see if he knows.
Michael Maroney.
But the other side of the bracket, I believe it's TC Roberson versus, no, AC Reynolds versus Watauga, I think, is the other side of the bracket.
If AC Reynolds wins that, then they would be a higher seed if Cox Mill were to beat Charlotte Catholic. Either way, if AC Reynolds wins and there wasn't a way to host, then they would host.
Regardless, leading off for Cox Mill, it's looking like Eli, or no, sorry, that's the wrong team. Michael Maroney. Takes one, high and away.
One 1-0 count.
Next batter's going to be Joe Javier.
Okay.
As Anderson will look back and Maroney will take time. Maroney's had some good cuts tonight. He has been pretty good at the plate. And this ball is going to be outside. Catcher diving to make the stop. Anderson sets, delivers another pitch outside. 3 consecutive pitches that have missed just right of the zone. And so Maroney, with no outs, now sits in a 3-0 count as Anderson quickly back to the plate, and that one's going to catch the outside corner. Finally gets one in the spot where he wanted it.
Yeah, so it's a 3-1 count now. If you're a batter in a game where you're up big, you want to swing one here. You want to take it out of the park. So that's the perspective of a lot of batters, but obviously not everybody. We'll see what the choice is here from this one.
A breaking pitch is going to miss. Oof. And Maroney
Good eye.
is going to trot down to first. I couldn't tell if that missed
That-
above the
Now
zone
batting
or below
number
the zone.
13,
Hanging
third
breaking
baseman,
ball like that.
Joe Javier.
Joe Javier
Oh,
with
no.
Crazy Train as his walk up
Oh,
here.
I love it. Joe Javier coming on to pinch hit. And he will be playing. He's listed on third base.
He's coming in on James Green's lineup spot, though, but the Chipper Jones tribute
so
in
Hunter
the...
went in Tyler's, and Hobby was in James Green's slot.
So he's playing third, and Zadalis is out for Kaminsky.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made the 2 switches and swapped.
Pitch
I got
strike
you.
from Anderson.
So, yeah, we're also receiving word Tyler Zadalis has been pulled out of the game. That's where Hunter Kaminsky is in the order. He is the 3-hole. So hopefully he'll get the chance to come up here. Get
0-1.
maybe.
0-1 count. Runner on first base, nobody out as Anderson delivers, and this ball is going to be a hard-hit foul ball. And it's going to head out of the stadium.
There goes
off
that
the
kid.
First base side. There he goes.
He's running. We got to get a GoPro on some of these kids.
Running from Maroney at first base.
What?
Grant Mosshart running from Maroney.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a substitution. Brant Mosshart has gone in the game for Maroney at first base.
A swing and a hard hit ball to center field. Bradley will back up on it. And it'll be the first out in the inning. Not Bradley, Grady, my apologies. Tyler Grady out there to
Now
make the
batting
catch in
number
center.
2, the shortstop, Nick Aldifer.
The shortstop, number 2, Nick Aldifer, will now step to the plate. With 1 out. And Mosshart on first.
Nice Hotel California is the walk-up song.
We've got some great walk-up songs here,
We really have.
especially during softball season. We've got.
That's
Oh
high,
wow!
Deep to center, tracing back again. He's got it in his sights. That's 2.
And Grady, 2 pitches to him, 2 easy outs.
Dead
And
center field, too.
Now batting
Just
number
within 2
5, the
pitches,
left
the
fielder,
Chargers now got 2
Cale
outs.
Ayler.
So, Cale Ayler will step to the plate.
Left-handed batter, lefty pitcher.
And he's going to foul that one off. And Anderson delivering another breaking pitch. He's kind of gone to those breaking pitches here this inning, and they've worked pretty well so far.
Yeah, good breaking ball is something that every pitcher wants to have in high school, and if you can get effective usage of it, then that really adds an element that a lot of batters have trouble with. So an 0-1 count for Ayler. I like that pitch. I really wish he could have pulled that one out to the gap. That's a strike, though, 0-2.
But instead, caught looking. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on first base, infield. Very neutral position as well as the outfield as Anderson is going to deliver. And that ball is ripped down the first base line but fouling out of play into the Cox Mill bullpen.
So Ayler making contact on these pitches, but an 0-2 count with 2 outs. This is Cox Mill's last inning on offense unless JM scores 6 in the top of the 7th.
I would be very, very, very impressed. Anderson, home. This
That's
ball
a-
is hit hard and deep. The right fielder under it, can't make the play, loses it into the lights. Ayler is going to be in with a stand-up double. Mosshart's going to come home, and that's going to be
Our 9th run.
the 9th run of the game. I'm not sure what that is going to be ruled
Probably, I don't know.
as Eli Rowden kind of
batting
lost that
number
one in
1,
the
the
lights. It
center
was a hard
fielder,
hit ball, but it
Hunter
was something that looked like he had a
Kaminsky.
beat on it, but just unable to make the play.
It's really up to whoever's scoring the game as the coach to really choose that, and I'm sure we'll have 2 different calls from the 2 sides as to which benefits their pitcher more. Although
Those stats accurate, like as of today?
that was before the game today.
Dang, that's killer.
We just need to work on employing them on the stream.
Yeah.
But Hunter Kaminsky will get his shot at the plate, subbed into center field and got the out last inning.
Love his walk-up song. And Kaminsky's going to rip this one to center. However,
Right at
Grady will be
the
there,
6th, the
and Tyler
Chargers
Grady
lead it
records every
9 to
single
2.
out in
Can you
this
go back to
inning.
that?
Oh
But
yeah.
the inning does not end until the Chargers score 1. They lead by 7, 9-2,
My son's batting coach said he needs some,
as the 6th inning ends.
but I don't know if I agree.
And the Charger defense looks to take the field for the last time tonight.
Now pitching for the Chargers, number 17, Tyler Zadalis.
And Tyler Zadalis is going to get his name called on the bump to close this one out.
Yeah, you don't really usually see Josh Brown out there for more than 2 innings of work, and while he only had 1 1/3, I'm unsurprised.
Excited to see Tyler out here as a classmate with him. I've been going to school with him for quite a bit here, and he's great player overall. Pretty anywhere where you put him. Especially as he takes after his older brother.
What he does is we look to have a little bit of technical difficulties on the camera. Our apologies at this time as it's turned into a radio broadcast.
There we go.
And we're back.
All fixed. Sometimes the webcam, I think it's something wrong with the cord, because that's the cord I used to charge my headphones back at home, so it gets bent
Yeah.
out of shape all the time.
Gotcha.
So I'm sure it's something wrong with the cord.
And our buddy Clay Redding has just entered the booth after after work, and he's messing with us at the moment. How's it going, Clay?
Hanging out. Just came to see some baseball.
Well, you came for the
There is
you
some
know
baseball
top of the
happening right
seventh
now.
here.
There is.
You're at the right place.
9-2.
Tyler Zadalis will take the bump to try to close this one out for the Chargers. They have a 7-run lead with 15 hits, 1 error in this game. Jay M Robinson has scored 2 with 3 hits and 3 errors, at least 3 on the board. I believe if that dropped ball in the outfield by Eli Rowden is ruled as an error, that is 4 on the night for them.
Leading off the top of the 7th, number 4, Blake Anderson.
What's happening with the coaches on the field right now?
Not totally sure here.
Substitutions, I assume?
I believe so, as Green is now back into this game, heading into center field.
Taken out for Kaminsky here.
And Hunter Kaminsky is going to run in, and Green is going to take his position back out in center. And indeed, it is Blake Anderson, who was pitching earlier in this game, now back in the lineup to hit. He has one of the 3 hits so far tonight. As Dallas is going to get 1 or 2 more throws before we get started here.
No, I think he's good.
He's good there.
But no, in his warm-up pitches, the Dallas looked really cool, calm, and collected.
No.
I'll see him throw that one for a
Yeah.
pitch.
Ephus.
Saw him over there in the bullpen for a couple minutes. Had a feeling. I couldn't tell who it was from this far, but yeah, he's out here.
We'll get a sideline reporter for next game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ashley, we might up Ashley and them.
Yeah, where's she at?
That's a very good question.
Are they down there?
Is that
I see Jordan standing down next to the net, taking some photos.
Clay's going to go scare Jordan?
Oh boy.
All right, maybe we can catch this on the camera here.
Oh boy.
We might be. Oh,
The scoreboard's in
the
the way.
scoreboard
Hold on.
might be in
Let's,
the way.
smooth that. Or
Uh-oh.
Not the camera.
Not the camera here, but the scoreboard for a moment here.
Oh,
So our photographer here is right next to
is she
the
behind the pole?
She's
right behind this pole right here, guys. So we'll have Clay go down there and give her a little scare. Oh, here he goes in the blue shirt. That is our buddy Clay.
There he goes. Blue shirt.
Oh, we got a little bit of a scare.
A lame response there.
Yeah, Jordan doesn't jump it much though.
She does not.
Yeah, sadly. Maybe we'll get Ashley next time.
We love our guys with the Cox Mill Sports Network team.
Oh,
Having
yeah.
some fun.
Having some fun.
Oh, good lord. Clay just took our camera.
Oh no.
Oh no. Uh-oh. This is not good.
Clay, give it back.
But final inning of work here. Not sure what all the holdup is for. Is that Jack Lopez going out to shortstop?
I think they were just having some issues with who was playing in the game, as there were a bunch of people in and out at different positions in different batting orders.
I believe so. I was a little confused there for a second.
But nonetheless, Blake Anderson now steps in here on the right side of the plate for the Bulldogs. They got 3 outs to try to get 7 runs.
Here's the pitch from Zadalis. First one, solid fastball.
Ooh, got some heat
Low.
on that. Zadalis got some heat. And a
Fouls that one
swing and a
back.
miss. Very, very hard swing by Anderson.
So an 0-2 count here. Zadalis looking to show some confidence on the mound here, as that one will be a breaking ball in the dirt. 1-2.
Yeah, Zadalis has some heat to him, at least from what we saw. In contrary to Josh Brown, a little bit of a hitch, and that ball's down in the dirt. Kind of reminds me of what Johnny Cueto used to do.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Bang, 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 a K for Zadalis. as he's going to sit Blake Anderson down, one away in the top of the 7th.
Now batting number 14, the third baseman, Christian Henry.
I like this guy. He plays with some swagger.
He does. Some confidence. It's always good to see. Here's the first one. Little high.
Breaking pitch just missed up.
No, Josh Brown, a solid pitcher. He's impressed me with what he's done in the 2 games I've seen him pitch. He gets his job done. He's not the fastest pitcher in the world, but he's a side armor, and they get it done. Start off with a strike. He'll hit that one high to center field. Is that Green or Kaminsky out? Is that Kaminsky back out
That's
there?
Green.
That is Green. Okay. So Green's going to track that one down easily, and that'll be 2 quick outs in the top of the 7th. JM down to their final out.
Now batting number 20, the first baseman, Max Arstark.
Arstark out here again, likely for the last time in the lefty batter's box. Clay, do you want to stay for your Wi-Fi thing? The game's over in like 3 minutes. First pitch, high and away, ball 1.
I got the wrong person, but that's number 7.
Yeah, we can thank Clay for this stream tonight. He's letting us use his hotspot. As the Dallas, this pitch just missing inside. Arstark selling that one as well. And it's going to move to a 2-0 count.
Number 20 came from. Wonder why I was screwing up.
So time, mid motion. Zadalis is going to complain about that one.
I'm liking that he's playing with he's playing with great tempo. He's quick, he's ready, he's set.
This is an interesting thing here. Look at the middle of the field. It's wide open.
Yeah, they are shaded very heavily to the left, or at least Green is.
And that's right to the shortstop. So
Jack Lopez.
maybe they were just doing it right. And Lopez to McGowan records the final out of the game. Cox Mill wins.
Final score, Chargers 9.
The Chargers will win this one by a final of 9-2. 15 hits for the Chargers, 1 error. The Bulldogs,
Thank you, everybody.
2 runs,
Please
3
arrive
hits,
home safely.
4 errors on the night. Chargers had a very productive outing with the bats. Pitchers, just the same way. Marty Garrett started this one out. He got a bunch of Ks to start out, but a bunch of walks as well, which is what led to the 2 runs on 3 hits by the Bulldogs.
But we thank you for being along with us tonight. Obviously, first stream of the season. It's going to be kind of a beta test. But we'll be back here on Monday for pump
goes the camera
games
again.
against Central Cabarrus. And we'll see you then. We hope you all have a good night. This is